What's going on YouTube? In this video I'm going to explain how to prove the following identities. So if you see that we have A, B, C, D, E, so I'm going to explain one by one. So first, if we take A, the question A, it says 1 over 1 minus sine x minus 1 over 1 plus sine x is equal to 2 sec tan x. 2 sec tan x. So we in this question we have to prove that right hand side is equal to left hand side. So first of all, if we solve from right. I'm going to solve from right hand side. Um, Actually, left hand side. I'm going to take the left hand side. So left hand side is equal to 1 over 1 minus sine x minus 1 over 1 plus sine x. So from this equation we can take this one common. Actually 1 minus sine x minus 1 plus sine x, we can write it as 1 like if we take the common denominator, it can be written as it's a multiplication of both. So multiplication of both will give 1 square minus sine square x. Actually, if you remember, x minus y and x plus y square, it gives x square minus y square, so it's same process. So if we take the common denominator, this one go to this side top and this one this side top, so it's going to be 1 plus sine x this side, we put it in the bracket, and minus 1 minus sine x over 1 square minus sine square x. So I'm going to expand the top side. I'm going to take it out of the bracket. 1 plus sine x minus 1 and minus minus plus sine x. Also 1 square minus sine square x, 1 minus sine square x equal to 1 minus 1 0 and sine x plus sine x 2 sine x. And over 1 minus sine square x. We can write 1 minus sine square as cos square x. Cos square x. So therefore we have to show that it's equal to 2 sec tan x. So let's divide. So cos square x mean cos x multiplied by cos x. So there are 2 cos x. So sin x divided by cos x is gonna give tan x. So let's write 2 tan x, and one more cos is remaining in the bottom. So which means we 1 over 1 over cos x is equal to sec x, because sec x is reciprocal of cos x. So we can directly write sec x, so which is equal to the right hand side. So we proved that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So this is the answer for the first question. Let's move to the second question. The second question states that tan x minus tan y is equal to sine x minus y over cos x plus y. We have to prove that. So I'm going to open a new page. So in this one I'm going to write the question above. Tan x minus tan y is equal to sin x minus y, sin x minus y over cos x cos y, cos x cos y. So from this we have to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. I'm going to take right hand side in this case. Right hand side is equal to sin x minus y over cos x cos y. So we can expand this sin x minus y. Sin x minus y actually equal to sin x cos y and cos x sin y. Sin x cos y and minus sin y cos x. Sin y cos x over cos x cos y. I'm going to separate this into two equations. Sin x cos y over cos x cos y minus sin y cos x over cos x cos y. So from this one we can cancel cos y and cos y, and from this one we can cancel cos x and cos x. So which is going to give us sin x over cos x is going to be tan x minus sin y over cos y is going to be tan y. So we have already proved that left hand side is equal to right hand side is equal to left hand side. So this one is equal to left hand side. So we have done the second question. Let's move to the third question. The third question states that cot 5 by 2 plus x is equal to minus, we have to show that it's equal to minus tan x. So I'm going to open a new page and show it to you. So cot, let's write the question here. Cot 5 by 2 plus x plus x is equal to minus tan x. So cot 5 by 2 is plus x is equal to minus tan x. So in this case we have to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So in this case I'm going to take the left hand side. It's because it looks more complicated, so we can solve it and take the simple form. So cot, if we take the left hand side, it's equal to cot 5 by 2 plus x cot 5 by 2 plus x. So we can write the cot 5 by 2 plus as cot is reciprocal of tan, as we know already. Cot is reciprocal of tan. So tan theta is equal to sin theta over cos theta. So therefore cot theta is equal to cos theta over sin theta. So we can write this equation as cos over sin 5 by 2 plus x. So I am going to write this one individually to make you understand more clearly. So cos 5 by 2 plus x over sin 5 by 2 plus x. So as we know cos and sine, we have to know this basic equation of trigonometric ratios, then only we can do this question. So if something, if it's cos x plus y, we expand it as cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. So the same process goes here. If it's cos pi by 2 plus x, we are going to expand it as cos pi by 2 cos x minus sin pi by 2 sin x. So the same thing goes to the bottom. If it's sin x plus sin y, we write it as sin x cos y and sin y cos x. The same process goes here. If it's sin pi by 2 plus x, we write it as sin pi by 2 cos x and cos pi by 2 sin x. Same thing. So I'm going to expand this. Minus sin pi by 2 sin x over sin pi by 2 cos x plus cos pi by 2 sin x. So from this one, if you look at it, pi by 2 is actually equal to 90 degree. So we know cos 90 degree is 0. Therefore, the top part is going to be cos 90, like 0 multiplied by cos x is going to give us 0. And we know sin 90 degree is 1. Therefore, we can write sin 90 degree is 1 and 1 multiplied by sin x is going to be sin x. Therefore, 0 minus sin x and divided by sin 90 multiplied sin 90 is we know that is 1 and multiplied by cos x is going to be cos x. And as we know already cos pi by 2 is 0, so therefore 0 multiplied by sin x is going to give us 0. So therefore we know that this is going to give us minus sin x over cos x, which is going to be equal to minus tan x. So we proved that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So that's easy. And the next question is stating that cos x over 1 plus sin x equal to, we have to prove that equal to sec x minus tan x. So I'm going to do that question. I'm going to take a new sheet for that question. So I'm going to write the question on the top. Cos x over 1 plus sin x is equal to sec x minus tan x. So we have to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So it states that cos x 1 plus sin x in the left hand side. Since we have nothing to expand here, we have to find something to expand this. So what we can do to expand this? If we want to make everything into like cos x or something, so first let's see what can we do. So in the bottom it says 1 plus sin x. For example, if we multiply this one by 1 minus sin x in the bottom and the top, we can make the bottom 1 square minus sin square x. Therefore, we can turn it into a cos square x. That's a good idea. Let's go for that. So cos x multiply by 1 minus sin x over 1 plus sin x multiply by 1 minus sin x. So from this, in the top, cos x multiplied by 1 is cos x, and sin x, cos x multiplied by sin x will be cos x sin x. sin x cos x over, we know 1 plus sin x multiplied by 1 minus sin x is going to be 1 square minus sin square x. So cos x minus sin x cos x, and 1 square it's 1 and minus sin square x, so it's 1 minus sin square. I'm going to write it directly to reduce the step. So 1 minus sin square x, as we know already, it's going to be a cos square x. So we have to prove, what is they asking to prove, sec x minus tan x. So we have to prove that this is sec x minus tan x. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, since this one is like this, if we divide, I'm going to separate the equation actually. See, this equation, we can write it as two equations, so then it will be 100% clear. Minus sin x cos x over cos square x. So to make it 100% clear, if it's cos square x, we can cancel one cos. We can cancel square, and if it's cos square, we can cancel one cos and drop on the bottom. So which is gonna give us 1 over cos x minus sin x over cos x. So 1 over cos x is gonna be sec x minus tan x. So we found that left hand is equal to right hand side. So that is the solution for this question. Let's move to the next question. So the next question states that cos 4x equal to 3 over 8 plus half cos 2x plus 1 over 8 cos 4x. This is going to be the difficult question we will ever see in your life. So I'm going to show it to you step by step. Let's go first. So I'm going to write the question on top. Cos 4x 3 over 8 plus half cos 2x plus 1 over 8 4x 8 1 over 8 cos 4x cos 4x. Okay, so in this equation we have to prove that right hand is left hand side is equal to right hand side. Let's see what we can do. So in this question, left hand side seems very small thing, and the right hand side is looks like more complicated. So we have the best things to do is shrink the complicated thing into the easiest form. So I'm going to take the right hand side. So it's going to be 3 over 8 plus half cos 2x plus 1 over 8 cos 4x. So first let's expand it one by one to make it easier. So what, it's 3 over 8 plus half cos 2x can be expanded as cos square x minus sin square x. Let's expand it. So cos 2x cos square x minus sin square x. So, and the next one, 1 over 8 cos 4x. So it's cos 4x is a base number. So we don't know any expansion for cos 4x. Therefore, what I'm gonna do is divide the cos 4x into cos bracket 2x plus 2x. So we can find some equations for that, right? Cos 2x plus 2x, and the next step, 3 over 8 plus what I'm gonna do is half. So since we have nothing to do with sign b, because we know the left hand side is cos to the power of 4x, right? 4x. Therefore, we have nothing to do with sine square x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that sine square x into cos square x. So we know there's a trigonometric equation. That's a basic equation. You should know that. So if we find some sine square x, it can be written as 1 minus cos square x. So what I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to apply that 1 minus sine cos square x for this sine square x. Plus 1 of 8. So as we know already, if it's cos x plus y, we write this as cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Same thing here. We are going to expand this cos 2x plus 2x as cos 2x cos 2x minus sin 2x times sin 2x. Same process goes here. So let's say 3 over 8 plus let's make it a smaller thing, cos square x minus 1 plus cos square x, because minus minus plus cos square x plus cos square x and what else? Here we go. 1 over 8 cos 2x. So as we know already, we can write the cos 2x as cos square x cos square x minus sin square x. Since we have cos 2x multiplied by cos 2x again, we can write that one as cos square x minus cos square x all to the power of square. Cos square x minus sin square x all to the power of square. So that makes things easier. So as same as that, we are going to expand the sin 2x. Sin 2x is equal to what? We know that already, right? 2 sin theta cos theta. If it's sin 2 theta, we write it as 2 sin theta cos theta. The same thing goes for the sin 2x. We write it as 2 sin x cos x. So since we have sin 2x multiplied by 2, like multiply 2 times, we are going to write it as 2 sin x cos x all to the power of square. So let's go one by one. 3 over 8 plus half, and this cos square x 2 cos square x minus 1. 2 cos square x minus 1 and 1 over 8 and bracket cos square x minus, so as we discussed already, if it's sin square x, because we have nothing to do with sine square x, right? So therefore what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that sine square x into cos square x. So we can write the sine square x as 1 minus cos square x. So I'm going to put that here, 1 minus cos square x whole to the power of square. We shouldn't forget the whole to the power of square. That's the important thing, because most students make the same mistake, right? So that's why. And 2 square sine square x cos square x. So I square everything as you see, and full bracket. Full bracket. Let's see what we can do here. So equal to 3 over 8, 1 over 2, 2 cos square x, 2 cos square x, cos square, I forgot the x here, x, x, x minus 1 plus 1 over 8, and cos square x minus 1, cos square x minus 1, and minus minus plus cos square x whole to the power of square minus 2 square is 4. So here we are going to do the same thing. We have nothing to do with the sine square x. I'm going to turn this into a cos square x. So as we know already, sine square x is equal to 1 minus cos square x. I'm going to put the 1 minus cos square x here, multiply by cos square x. Let's see what happened here. So 3 over 8, 3 over 8, and 3 over 8 plus, we can cancel this 2, make it simple. Let's make it simple. Cos square x. So since we cancel this 2, it's gonna be minus 1 over 2, right? Minus 1 over 2, and plus 1 over 8, 1 over 8 cos square x, cos square x. So it's gonna be 2 cos square x, 2 cos square x, cos square x minus 1 whole to the power of square minus, so we have one complicated thing here. Let's see, let's multiply these things. 4 minus 4 minus plus 4 cos square x. Actually the better thing to do is, let's raise this. Better thing to do is, let's keep the 4 outside and multiply by cos first. See what happens. So it's gonna become as 1 minus cos square x. So cos square x minus cos to the power of cos x. So I don't know, we don't have enough space here. I don't know how to add the more space. So as we know, as we go and simplify, we will end up with this answer, cos 4x. Actually this everything will be deducted and cancelled. So since we don't have enough page here, I'm gonna end right here, right? So this is the process. So since we know the step, it's easy to solve and find out the answer. So thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.